Either way, you didn't beat us. And the time before that, you didn't beat us. So, man ain't worried about you, man.
Oh, okay.
I'll be real.
All right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Last season where you nearly won the league, you didn't beat us.
Okay.
Not once.
Arsenal didn't beat Fulham. Are Fulham better than Arsenal?
That's not the point. I'm saying I don't care about you, man. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't care about you, man.
Fun and games until a ball got to get kicked.
Listen, you see that Klopp aura and that aura started to fade. You know the ones, and now it's not even Klopp no more. It's not even Klopp no more, bro. You see the aura thing that you had, the aura thing that you had. I can't wait because, brother, I swear to you, bro, you man need to win, bro. Because, blood, if we beat Liverpool, brother, I'll be real, change your number.
Somebody smell like shit. Somebody smell like shit. Wait. Somebody smell like shit. No. Somebody smell like shit.
First of all, I want to say that obviously we're winning. Tottenham aren't scoring against me. I said this already 2-0.
Jesus Christ.
Rashford will be scoring. This will be Rashford's first goal of the Prem this season. And you guys keep on saying about Mason Mount and Bruno, but what you need to know with my manager is when something doesn't work, it changes. You get your chance, and then he just changes it.
Welcome back, man. Welcome back to another episode of Big Six Bants.
He changes it. He changes it.
Do you know what my favorite case? Do you know what my favorite one is? You know when Corey goes, he goes. Rashford scoring 2-0. Rashford will be scoring 2-0. He said it all in like one motion. It was all said in one motion.
Fam, you're still on the milk thing, fam. Coming like one milk. That
was 2 years ago, and it's still relevant today.
It's actually so relevant today. One thing about manager, my manager, you get the chance.
Yeah, but it's still the same manager. Still doing it. Just carry on the show.
Corey, man. No, but Corey, that's the same energy you had at the beginning of this season. It was similar energy.
On the milkman thing, allow it, bro. The game is done.
Cause. Don't beg.
The game is done.
Fact. It's pathetic. Pathetic, isn't it?
It's all done, fam. That's all milkman.
Welcome back to another episode of Big Six Bants. It is the evening debate show. You know what I'm saying? 7:30. It gets busy with the man. There's 340 in here, man. Already. Big up the Never a Foul raid as well. You know what I'm saying? As you're covered in, as you're watching this previously, sorry, if you're watching this like in the future, whether you're watching this live right now, make sure you're smashing the like button. Let's get to 250 likes today, maybe even 300, depending on how the stream goes. Make sure you hit that like button. It's going to help us grow. It's going to help us, push the show out to more people. And of course, make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you're not already. You know what I'm saying? We are 30 subscribers away from 11.8. Yes, the road to 12K is approaching very fast. So 30 subscribers, 347 in the house. It's possible. It's possible.
Talk to me. No, do something for me, man.
Do something. Talk to me.
You
know what I'm saying? Say any hoes, say any hoes, any. Yes.
Who made that? That's good. What a mess. Any house, any.
You know what's funny? It's at the end of the day, I pray you guys win a trophy. I pray you guys get something from this.
Oh, we're getting to Montel. It only took 3 game weeks. 3 game weeks for Corey to mention you better get a trophy at the end of this now.
Oh yeah, 3 weeks. Yeah, took a trophy for game week 3.
Game week 3.
Oh, you know how I beat you when I beat Liverpool. It meant something. I actually won something after that. I hope you do the same, bro.
Yeah, man. Anyway,
jumping in the TARDIS already.
Honestly,
When I win, it means something.
TARDIS.
Oh,
I
shit,
don't want you to win and jump up and down.
Here we go.
Yeah, what did Ollie say? The league is the pinnacle. It's the
I
pinnacle.
know.
Oh my
So don't jump up and down after one game and not win it.
Oh,
Corey, that
jeez.
sounded rough, man.
It's rough out there. I know it's rough out there for Corey.
I need that dressing gown on. I'm a demand it.
Out there, cuz.
Soon some super chats are paying for that dressing gown. Just so you know.
Honestly, have it ready. Obviously, make sure you guys go subscribe to Halftime Hooks as well. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you go do that. There's obviously some news you got to cover today. We've got Man United board come out and say they're back in Ten Hag, even though they said that about Ollie, and 2 weeks later they sacked him. So there's that. Obviously, the next topic also is Raheem Sterling. Obviously, he's done all his stuff today, so all the pictures are out and that. You know what I'm saying? Royal Boss. You know what I'm saying? Big 4-4 with the Raheem Sterling gun and everything. You know what I'm saying? All of that. You know what I'm saying? And of course, Victor Osimhen on loan to Galatasaray. Could he go to Chelsea in January? We'll see. So there's a bit of Chelsea stuff in there for you guys. And of course, one of the topics is Liverpool. Is it new manager bounce? Is it form, or are Liverpool still very good? We'll be talking about all these stuff today. So make sure you're smashing the like button. You've got a lot to get through, man. So first things first, obviously, since Corey wanted to run his gums about some shit that probably don't even matter, let's talk about Omar Barada coming out and saying he backs Ten Hag. Let's talk about it. Are Ten Hag's days numbered?
Boy.
Yeah, they are.
Boy. But Corey, you're Ten Hag in.
Yeah.
But why? Wait, hold on a second. This is what I'm saying. Again, it's the context thing, because it's crazy. You say things and you know there's context to it, but you just leave that little window of opportunity for people to think random things. It's crazy. Why don't you just say exactly what was said?
So what's the context? You tell me.
You wasn't given a proper chance.
You got real issues, Ethan. The context was, the context was that I'm Ten Hag in because Ineos is Ten Hag in. I'm with Ineos.
Oh, you're Ten Hag Ineos.
If they decide to sack him, then albeit there's reasons behind it. There's reasons why they've done that. I'm with the board.
So you don't think
I made the point to say that, I'll be honest, I said the point that Ineos giving this guy an extra year, they bottled it. Because I stand by it. I think Man United's window is still a good window. Player-wise, on paper, I think most man would take Mazraoui for the loan, which United got him for. I think Xerxes would make at least minimum a good squad player for any top 6 team. And if he could play his way into maybe the main striker, you don't know. But Xerxes could get into a few of the top 6 teams in the squad, 100%, yeah. And he didn't cost much either. De Ligt, I think, despite Man United getting pumped, I think De Ligt actually had a decent game for the first 60 minutes. You know what I'm saying? He looked sharp on the ball. He looked like he still looked quite quick, quite fit, decent on the ball. And then Lenny Euro, or Lend Me Euros is what they're calling him. He's got a lot of promise, and his trajectory is looking at Real Madrid. So on paper, and Ugate's come in as well. So on paper, there's actually like this man has, you man have done the whole 200 mil thing again, right under our noses. But
that's so what they said they were going to do, though, isn't it? They said they was going to do that.
Yes,
they said they were
by giving it again. But again, if I have someone who's bad with money, why am I going to give him the tools?
But how can you say he's bad with money? Because he's bad with players. That is under the old regime. You could say that could be said. People could sit around and say, "Oh, this was bought." For instance, Anthony. Oh, he wanted Anthony at the start of the window. United took long to get him, hence why we paid more. That's not on Ten Hag.
Man said, "Lend me Euro."
Corey, but getting the best out of Anthony was on Ten Hag.
Getting the best out of him is, but
yes,
that's
he doesn't play him. He doesn't play him.
That's something that they've probably considered as well. They've considered,
Corey, regardless of the regime, Ten Hag is not fit to manage Manchester United. He's not fit to manage Manchester United.
Hold on a second. Ineos clearly think he is. Ineos clearly think he is. Hence why.
Why do you keep talking about Ineos?
That's not.
You're not part of
They only
Ineos.
offered him 1 year.
I'm asking Corey. Whenever we're asking for your opinion, so how do you feel? Yes, you understand.
I think
Ineos have their decisions and this and that. How do you feel?
I think he is. I think he is good enough to manage Manchester United.
You think he's good enough?
Yes, because Ineos do.
No,
because Ineos do. Because Ineos do. That's my reason. I'm with whatever Ineos.
So if Ineos think, I don't know, Joe Bloggs round the corners could fit for Man United, you believe it too. You're just a sheep, basically.
Yeah, I am. In this case, I am.
Bro, in this case, we just call Corey Barbar Black Sheep. We just give him some wool, stick 2 ears on him, Barbar Black Sheep, fam. No, that's you, bro. That's you. I asked for your opinion, and you said you're just blindly following your owner.
Call me Ineos. Call me Ineos. Call me that.
Yeah,
because I'm with whatever they're on.
Yeah, man.
I told you.
They haven't proven themselves for you to say that, though.
Right, but I was told, just like back in the day when other people got new things, stadiums, new CEOs, whatever. They've came in and they've said this. They've said that we're going to do this. They've said that they're gonna bring in these people. They're gonna change the ethos of the club. How can I not trust it? I'm not saying that it's gonna go literally from shit to glory straight away. Of course it's not. But I'm with what they're on. So if that's keeping them on for another season, then so be it. But as I said, they have 3 years to show me something. I'm not even telling you 3 years get me a Premier League. I'm saying 3 years to show drastic changes within the club. And if that's keeping Ten Hag for another season, then so be it.
All right, man. Listen, big up Nicky J8, J880 says, nah, Corey, you're bugging. Eric Ten Hag is a scrub. Big up for the super chat. Listen, to me, it seems like a little bit of copium or a lot of copium. You can't sit and watch the football you've watched for the past 2 years and look at that and go, well, you know what? That's the board's fault. And under a new board, we might see a new Ten Hag. This man is a narcissist. He's tactically inept. He relies on certain players, not on certain tactics. And when he makes changes,
heavily.
I was being nice
on player ability.
I was just being nice.
Let's cut the nicety. Word to Corey. Well, no, word to him. He's the second best team, but behind City because they've won 2 trophies.
It's
the man's
crazy.
arrogance, no bounds.
As I said, I always say this, like what Lowski said. How can you be rude and dead blood? It's disrespectful to just exist and be rude and dead. Genuinely, because this man is a narcissist and he tactically outclassed by so many managers. And you'd think with all this chat and with these new changes and these new signings that you'd at least go and get 6 points out of 9 in your first 3 games. You'd at least get off to a half decent start. You'd at least see a massive change in style of play. But they can't even give the fans that. Instead, you've got your biggest rivals doing Olays in the 60th minute. A manager that you were superior to.
Word to Neville, young boy coming through the ranks in Rashford, young boy coming through the ranks. She's 27 next month, by the way. Yeah, 27.
You're nasty, Casey. You're nasty. You're nasty.
Yeah, so you got players like him not having a shot. Yeah, you got man like him not having a shot
in 3 games.
Man ain't had a shot, Montel, in 3 games. Until I could do better. I could do better.
And Rashford, and the fact that Rashford hasn't had a shot in 3 games, cool. We could even focus on that. But I think, again, low-hanging fruit. Again, no McTominay, no Mount, no Maguire. Yeah. And when we talk about these things and these tactics, like you'd at least want to see the game not become a basketball game and watch United maybe try and control the game for one. There's a slight echo somewhere. But what I've come to understand is that you man are just the washed up older from the ends. I said it earlier today. You man are the washed up older from the ends. You're still trying to do up Lord of the Mics and you're 38. Go get a good credit score, settle down, and have a family, bro. Get a fucking job. Because at this point,
and there's nothing wrong with that, Montel. There ain't nothing wrong with
that. There's nothing wrong with that. You're rolling with your flicky at 41.
Put the mic down, man.
Rolling around with flicky at 41.
Put the mic down.
Man, still trying to sell mixtapes on Oxford Street, bro.
I don't want to buy your mixtape, bro.
Bro, I don't want to buy your mixtape.
The man said you're rolling with a flicky at 41.
At 41, bro. Then the youngers only listen to you because they don't want to get robbed.
I know. It is rough, man.
Do you get it?
We say, Montel, he still wears the Just Do It bag.
Just do it, bro. Just do it, flicky and a Shambhala. Starter pack. You know what I'm saying? Man's trying to sell an 8-ball when he's 35.
Oh, is that how you guys will see it?
8 balls at 35, blood.
That's how you guys will see it.
2 in a queue, fam. 2 in a queue for what? Get a job. Get a job. Start a family.
That's a 2 in the queue.
What's your credit score? In fact, I know what your credit score is because you owe the Premier League goals. I know you got a bad credit score.
Man said, what's your credit score? I know
when you're in overdraft, you get fined. You know what happens when you say
man said you're in overdraft.
Man still trying to buy 10 bags. It's crazy, man.
Look, it's a free bag for a score.
The situation is just getting worse.
The string JD bag. Remember the string JD bag? Remember the string JD bag?
Said string JD.
Oh, safe.
Fuck off. Fuck off. Like, this is what I'm saying, bro. You man, honestly, you man actually do nothing for the block no more, man. You don't do nothing for Manchester, fam. It's all City now. You don't do nothing for Manchester. And until you get rid of that bum that's in charge, nothing's changing. Casemiro is looking so done out here. Kobe Mainu, who for me is so teched off this planet, it's a joke, is being made to drown. He's drowning.
See that?
He's the only player I'd take from United.
He's drowning, bro. He's drowning, bro. And it's only a matter of time before he looks shit. Someone of his talent, his quality.
Off the ball, though, he does look a bit shaky. I can't.
Off the ball, but we know off the ball, Mainu's a snail off. We know off the ball.
And I'm not being funny, but that stuff needs to be coached, especially from a young player. The discipline,
off the ball, he can just surround him with legs. You can do that with signing.
No, but he's been given too much. He's been given too much responsibility at 19, bro. He's basically told to run the midfield, like be the main guy, be the glue in the midfield at 19, bro. You get it. So when he goes into, like we say, a team that is cohesive, he'll be fine.
They're playing.
You won't have to do all of that.
They're playing 3-1-6. 3-1-6. As I said, I played Ipswich, Brentford, and United, and I promise you, Man United were the easiest game, and it should never be that way. Should never be that way.
Bro, in my opinion, you guys are saying all this, but we literally brought in a midfielder. We brought in a midfielder. Clearly, last season, that midfield in Kobe, Casemiro, and Bruno didn't work. So we brought in a midfielder, albeit he should have been in earlier. But what I'm saying is we've brought in a midfielder to lessen the load of Kobe. Kobe should have never had to play that role in doing defense and attack and running the midfield.
Yeah, but you're the one sitting here backing the manager.
You back the manager.
No, hold on a second. Yeah, and this is where I do back the manager, because he's decided to bring him in also so it can lessen the load on the midfield, so the midfield's better. That is why I'm judging, but at the same time, I'm all waiting because he hasn't used those signings yet. How can I want a guy out when he hasn't even got the midfielder that he wants? He hasn't even used him. How can I want him?
He's got enough. He's had enough things that he could want or need.
Of course, he's had enough things.
So what are we talking about?
Ineos has decided that he is the best thing. Probably,
Corey,
if we're
what if Ugarte gets treated like Anthony did?
No, Ugarte's not coming in for the next 3 weeks. So what are we doing here?
No, we don't know that.
I hate to burst your bubble, man. Ten Hag himself.
Bro, the whole Ugarte signing
is up to his fitness. He said it's up to his fitness, because then at the same time, other people have said that his fitness has looked good. So we don't exactly know. We'll see once the game week starts. Yeah, but at the same time, he hasn't used that midfielder. Now, if we're being honest, if there was a plethora of managers out there that United saw as a good candidate to manage Man United, maybe Ten Hag would have left, but they didn't. They didn't think De Zerbi was the one. They didn't think Tuchel and whoever else that was available. They didn't find those people good enough to manage Manchester United.
Flick,
Flick. Yeah, Flick. Yeah, they didn't find that he was best.
4-0 in Barcelona, top of the league.
Okay, but we don't play Barcelona away. Man United have never played Barcelona away. That's the whole point of bringing in a new manager and a new identity. No, but I never want to see us play Barcelona's way. I never want to see it. I don't want to play like Barcelona. I'll say this and I'll say it again. I don't want to play like Barcelona. I don't want to play like Pep. I don't want to play like any of those managers.
Barcelona don't exactly play like Pep, bro.
I'm not saying they exactly play like Pep, but it's more of a passing game with them. They don't like using their wingers isn't really an option.
Bro, Raheem just scored a hat-trick.
Raheem scored a hat-trick, yes. Okay,
just
that's
patterns of play. That's what you're lacking.
But has Raheem been with amazing talent at Barcelona? Of course, there's patterns of play, but you could also find patterns of play with a different manager, and they use their flanks more.
Corey, I feel like United are so shit right now that you're just speaking out your ass, fam.
I'm not, bro.
You just said you don't want to play like Barcelona, and you're talking about Ugarte being the savior of Manchester United when you've been given enough.
Who said that? Who said that? I said to you that he hasn't played. How can you sack a manager when he hasn't used the plays he wants? This is what we were talking about with the fair chance. This is what we were talking about.
So Corey, how can Anthony doesn't use
it? How can I now game week 3? Yeah, I can't lie. We got smashed by Liverpool, but how can we now game week 3 say, we don't want you? Who would we go and get?
No, we're not saying he needs to be sacked right now. Personally, I think he should be sacked. Don't get me wrong. He's going to get at least 10 games or, there's going to be an amount of time before he gets sacked. But, bro, with Ten Hag, he is repeatedly showing after being backed that he is not equipped for the job. He's not equipped for the job.
Who would you go and get to manage Manchester United? Who would you go and get?
Well, during the summer, it would have been a Tuchel, Flick. I genuinely think even... De Zerbi, Tuchel, and Flick. Those are 3 managers light years ahead of Tuchel. Light years ahead of. No,
but Montel, at the end of the day, that's not even your job, bro. This is for the people that get paid P's to do. Yeah, the main thing that Corey needs to look at, is that Erik ten Hag has had a lot of players and has kept a lot of players and played a lot of players that he trusts. So yes, he hasn't bought every single player that plays right now, but he has put his faith into the likes of a Marcus Rashford. He's put his faith into Casemiro at the time. Maybe now it's wearing thin, but he puts his faith into these players, bro. Mason Mount, who is yet to perform. Bruno Fernandes, who, bro, we'll talk about the contract curse soon, but boy, oh boy, he's not looking great. All of these other players, bro. So we're not going to sit here and say, he hasn't had this player, he hasn't had that player. You're talking about 1 or 2 players. That for me, if you can't play your style of football because of 1 or 2 players, then what's the point? What is the point, bro? Because how many times in the season are those 1 and 2 players not going to be in your team? And I'm hearing excuses. Ugarte is the reason why. This guy's the reason why. That guy's the reason why. He hasn't got this player. He hasn't got that player.
I'm not saying that because at the end of the day, if you see that they bring in these players and you still can't play it, then there's a legitimate reason as to why we've backed him. You've literally ticked off all your boxes. You've backed him. You've given the players that he wanted. You've given him a better environment. You've constantly told him that you're with him. And if he can't perform, then literally he has to be sacked. But at this moment in time, I can't sit there and tick off all the stuff I've done. You can't do that because he hasn't played with the players that he wants.
But you were saying this last season, though, Corey. I get your point, but you were saying when Martinez is back, he's integral to the way
this guy's back. When that guy's back, it's like the perfect scenario. That never happens, bro.
Martinez and Varane. With that being said, you saw Ange, I'm gonna say in it, Chelsea, at home, bro, we still, even though we had excess amount of players out, we still imposed our style of play, regardless.
And I get that. I get that. But if we're being honest, yeah, in my personal opinion, yeah, you saw Varane and Martinez come back for one game. They came back for one game.
Which game we talking?
Do you know what game that was?
When?
That was the FA Cup final. They came back for one game.
Corey.
They came back for one game.
These man were drunk.
They came back for one game. That's what happened. They came back for one game.
You're trapped.
Yeah, you
don't like it, but that's the truth.
I man them. Say any house.
Any house.
Say any house.
So Corey, what about all the other games Lissandro played in and wasn't good in? Does he? So you're basically telling me Lissandro needs Varane to hold his hand to have a good performance.
No one said that, bro.
So then what is it then? He was back for multiple games.
Varane is the best thing since sliced bread. Who's sitting there saying that?
Well, I'm not talking. Corey, you're talking about who's sitting there saying that. You're talking about that partnership
to be like Van Dijk. You're expecting Martinez to be like Van
the
Dijk.
partnership.
Whatever defense he's got, he can play. He's not Van Dijk.
So who is he then? Because you said he's the butcher. You said he's this. You said he's that. What is he?
Hold on a second. You sit there and call El Neni Pyramid Pirlo.
Bro, now you're talking about El Neni, fam.
Yeah, good is he? That's what I'm saying. So you sit there and you're making names. You also make names for the guy as well, for your people.
Corey,
so
this guy, you bought in. You told me when this guy comes back, everything's great, everything's sweet. I'm yet to see a top tier performance from the guy. Yes, he had one game with Varane, and that's what you're mentioning. You're glorifying that. There's about 50 games in the season, bro. Where is he for the other 49? I don't understand, bro. Don't be champion in one cup game, yeah? One cup final, furthermore. Yes, I'm talking about Martinez, bro. Where was he?
Really involved last season. What are you talking about?
Where was he, bro?
Martinez
Where was he? But he came back and stunk. He came back and stunk.
He came back and got injured. What are you talking about? He came back and got injured. All right,
let me just get the stats.
Even so, listen, let's get.
That's what I'm saying. It's weird.
I'll run saying that if you don't know anything. Before you guys continue to go back and forth. Big up Kelly. He says he's not Ten Hag in. He's any hoes in. You know what I'm saying?
I'm any hoes in.
Wait,
I am.
You're not anyway.
What any hoes?
Anyway, man. Guys, there's 765 people in the house, man. Big up the rants raid.
Around there, Bucko.
Big up the rants. Pause. Don't beg, it's pathetic, man. Big up the rants raid.
Any hoes in this.
Anyway, big up the rants raid, man. There's 754 people in the house right now, and we're still sitting on 126 likes. So make sure if you haven't liked the video already to please smash that like button. The aim to get is actually 250, but it should actually be around 3 bills now. So make sure you lot are smashing that like button ASAP. It's the thumbs up button below. So let's get that done and subscribe, man. We're 25 subscribers off of 11.8. So let's make that happen, man. We're closing in on 12,000 subscribers, man. Big BSB editage people. You know what I'm saying? So obviously we won't spend too much longer on this topic. How long do you give Eric Ten Hag, Corey, this season, if this form continues? How long do you give him?
What, until Ineos sack him? Well, whenever Ineos decide, I decide. I'm with it,
bro.
If I'm being honest, if you want my personal,
no, your personal opinion. How long?
So you're saying if I was Ineos,
yeah.
If I was Ineos. And it was constant.
Like, if you're like, I don't know, if you play 10 games and you've lost like 5 of them,
you'll get, bro. If you lost like 5 of them, well, yeah. By the time he's lost 5,
he's lost 2 and 3, innit? He's lost 2 and 3.
Yeah, by the time he's lost 5, it's sacking. Like the next game we have, I don't know if you guys know, but we got Southampton, Crystal Palace, then Tottenham.
Yeah.
So don't forget you have Barnsley in between. Barnsley.
Oh, we have Barnsley in between, and I think we've got Europa League as well. Maybe I'm not sure.
You definitely do.
Yeah. Don't slip up there. Either.
So for me, you have to win the Europa and Carabao. That's a guarantee, and Southampton. Those three are a guarantee. Now, for me, because of how badly you started, you have to go and beat Crystal Palace. And is Tottenham home or away?
You tell us, bro.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if it's home or away. But if Tottenham's at home, you have to beat Tottenham too.
So basically, you have to win it's at home. Yeah.
Fair enough.
You're home or my home?
We just want to. We.
Oh yeah. So literally, you have to go. You have to go and beat Tottenham too.
Right.
You have to win all those games. So what? The next 5 games, you have to win.
Obviously, so far, all we're saying is that right now it don't look good in it. Like, and it look and that game. And I said you're sitting on 3 points out of a possible 9. Like you already have ground to catch up on when you're not a consistent team already.
Exactly.
Like, the least you could have done was get ahead while you was at it and see how long you could last there for. You know what I'm saying?
Giving them a head start.
Say that again?
Maybe we're giving them a head start. Who knows?
Yeah, you make me sick, mate. Moving on. Liverpool, is it form? Is this manager bounce? Or are Liverpool Liverpool just, this good? That is the question. It's only been 3 games. It looks very good so far. Is it form or is it a bit of both? Is it neither? What are the opinions on what's going on, obviously?
I think it's a bit of both. Can't lie. I think it's a bit of both. Yeah, I definitely think it's a bit of both. I'm one of the many people that severely underestimated what Slot may potentially be able to do with the team at hand, innit? Because let's be real, you're playing with the exact same set of players.
Yeah, same
last season. Like, even though you've signed Chiesa, he hasn't played yet.
The family as well, man. Big up.
Yeah, big ups. So I think a bit more respect needs to be given to Slot in it, because obviously he's been able to slightly tweak the way you man play that doesn't leave you man so open defensively and doesn't actually put a huge massive strain on your players' bodies, because obviously the chaos football you was playing under Klopp, the rock and roll thing, yeah, that had man's legs all gone by the latter parts of the game, innit? So he's making you build up slower. You're playing ball. This is the thing. You're playing ball. Like, the things that I was seeing Gravenberch do to Manchester United's midfield was criminal. Like, if I was a Manchester United fan, I would have been vexed. So, look, he started off. He got a win at Old Trafford as a Liverpool manager. Like, the Liverpool fans must already have this guy in a framed photo in their rooms, in it, because that's a big achievement for a new Liverpool manager to come in to get the victory at Old Trafford. And you've conceded no goals. You've scored. I think you've scored the most goals bar Man City, right? If I'm correct.
Right, Marcus, you're going a bit too far with actually. Too early for that talk. We're going.
I mean, right now, I'm the table don't lie brother, innit? That's who I am, innit? I'm the table don't lie brother, innit? So right now, Liverpool Man City are both better than Arsenal right now as it stands.
So Bournemouth are better than Man U.
I think it's too early.
It evens out.
We'll see. I think
we don't need to do that for now. But let's go back to our clubs. We don't need to go into that for now. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, as a Liverpool fan, I think that I'm not surprised so much at the results, because for me, I said we beat Brentford comfortably. Because whether we had Slot or we still had Klopp in charge, I just expect to beat Brentford at home. That's just a given, even if we are adapting to a new style. Yes, I said we beat Manchester United comfortably. I said 2-0. It ended up being 3-0. But I believe that's because I think Man United are crap. I think they're shit. So obviously now the real test, I think, even though we said Man United will be the real test, the next test I think is Champions League. Not even just got playing Arsenal, it's Champions League.
What's your first?
It's being able to play 2 games a week now. 2 games a week, and because Jurgen Klopp could use the fringe players. Like when you saw Klopp's gonna give the player on, he'll be waiting to come on. Klopp's gonna give him a hug, and and even if it's the 94th minute, that player's gonna give the best 90 seconds that he's gonna want to give because it's Klopp in it. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, Madrid's your first game?
No,
I think it's Milan.
No. It's I think Milan's our first game, but
home or away?
Saying that for me, I think playing Champions League simultaneously with the Premier League will show
away.
It's at home. It's at home. Will show the man management skills of the fringe players of the squad. It's all well and good seeing the Robos, the Trents, the Allisons and the Salahs and all these guys doing their thing, but that's nothing new. Even though the style is is working and everything's cool and Gravenberch is doing great, but when you have to play the Madrids, by the way, I'm not saying Slot has to go and beat Madrid because it's Madrid, isn't it? But I'm saying that. If he does, it'll be a Mazza. But when you have to play, Madrid's at home, bro. Madrid's
away.
No, Madrid's at home. It's at Anfield.
It's not. It's at the. Because I don't even know how to say the.
Yeah, that's Milan. He's saying the Madrid game is at Anfield.
The Madrid game is at Anfield.
The Milan game is away.
Yeah, the Madrid game is at Anfield.
Oh no! So your first game is Milan away.
Yeah. Not Madrid. No, not Madrid. Madrid is at home. No. Our first game is Bologna. No, am I bugging? No, it's Milan. It's Milan then Bologna. Milan, Bologna. Madrid isn't until Madrid's not till December. Madrid's not till December. I mean November. Sorry, end of November. So that's quite far away.
So your first game is Bologna.
No, our first game is Milan away, and then Bologna at home. Those are the first two Champions League games. So yeah, but what I was saying is, as I said, it's all about you learning how to utilize your squad and getting the best out of the fringe players. And we have no evidence that when things go wrong, how is Slot going to handle that? Don't get me wrong. Right now, I'm not surprised because, as I said, when we weren't making any signings, I always said, bro, we're better than United, we're better than Chelsea, we're better than Spurs, we're better than Villa, we're better than Newcastle, we're better than all these guys. And I don't even think it's close. My thing is that we're not better than Arsenal and we're not better than City. So if you're in this little island of third place, for me, I'm annoyed about the signings because we didn't go to where them man are. We're not moving towards them man. You know what I'm saying? The rest of you, man, are always going to be very inconsistent. But I already know that Liverpool is the same group of players. You don't turn shit overnight. It's the same group of players. But to not want to improve on those same group of players is ludicrous.
But you know what's interesting about what you just said there? Yeah, you're saying it's the same group of players, but the same group of players that have achieved what though? Because it's not the same group of players that won the Prem. It's the same group of players.
There's still. When I say the same group of players,
you're right. The majority of them were, but you've lost Firmino, Fabinho, etc. Yeah. But
we've lost key components.
We've lost quite a few players.
But with that being said, it's the same group of players. It's the same group of players that did quite well, but they burnt out to an extent when it was crunch time. Yeah. And I'd argue that the squad is even a bit thinner compared to before. So
yeah, the squad is a little bit thinner because some of the young G's have gone. That kept us going in the January to March run. But again,
I think he's doing well. Like he's doing well. It's all pretty. It's refreshing. It's like Hook said. It's a lot less. It's more balanced. It's not aggressive. It's a lot more calculated, and he's managing the play as well. The workload. But bro, this is a honeymoon stage. Yeah, we're gonna get to the real tests real soon when the fixtures come.
Yeah, no, of course. This is what I said. I think this is definitely a phase where we can look and take the positives. But again, when you start playing Champions League, when the FA Cup fixtures start coming in, when all these games, even 1-2 injuries, when 1-2 injuries start to happen, and you now got to utilize
the squad. 12-30 games start coming in thick and fast.
Well,
I mean, I disagree.
Months.
It was the 12-30.
Months, yeah.
So this is what I mean. So it's going to be and obviously, don't get me wrong. United was a big test because let's be honest, it is United, isn't it?
I disagree. Months, if I'm honest, yeah, I don't want to sound like to burst your bubble or anything, yeah. But for me, Liverpool have done what I expected any Liverpool side to do. Any Liverpool side since Klopp, so any of Klopp's sides And since then, with all those players you have, you've done what I've expected you to do. You've beaten Ipswich, you've beaten Brentford, and you've beaten a poor United side. For me, bar Brentford, the rest of those sides are toothless. Brentford without Tony can be a bit up and down, and Bremer and Wisser can sometimes do a thing. But traditionally, without Tony, they're a bit toothless. Ipswich are newly promoted, and United are toothless. We've seen the stats with Mo Salah and how many goals at Old Trafford have been scored and all these things. Last season, they scored 50 odd goals, like nowhere near any of us. So for me, I don't think you've been challenged in the
draw. How can you say we expected to
in the attacking department just yet? Because you've kept 3 clean sheets.
You predicted a draw, though.
Huh?
You predicted a draw for the United.
Yeah, I predicted a draw because it's a rivalry. So United can in the odd game turn up, but that's more United than you. That's nothing to do with you. You have done what Liverpool fans expected you to do. You was expected to beat Ipswich, you expected to beat Brentford, and you expected to beat United. For me, you haven't had a test yet where I've gone like, okay, like you said, the Champions League's coming up, and for me, that is a test because, like you said, these are teams that you don't play every week and that are constantly changing, and it's a cup competition, so it's a bit different. But so far, I think you've done, what's expected. Don't get me wrong, there's been some good performances. Gravenberch has surprised me, definitely stepped up since Slot's come in. Salah's looking on fire as usual.
Either way, not convinced by that Gravenberch thing. Don't get me wrong, it's looking good, but all I'm saying is Basuma last season. I don't think Graven's a 6. He's like a 8.
He's not a 6. He's being converted into a 6 who also is probably going to be needed to play in a pivot with McAllister in certain games. In the United game, we played a pivot.
See, look, now everyone's saying I'm hating.
Yeah.
I don't get me. If I'm hating, Liverpool fans tell me what game you didn't expect to win. No, I don't get it.
I'm not even. For me, I think you're downplaying the United game. For me, I think, but at the same time, I'm saying that with Gravenberch, I don't think it's a. We'll have to see. As I said, for me, he can only play what's in front of him, and he's played 3 pretty much man of the match games in a row. Someone tell me I'm lying. And he was a bit part player under Klopp, played in the 8. He's now been dropped deeper. He was played in a deeper position throughout preseason, so this is not new. He was played there during preseason to prepare, and I think that's credit to Slot to preparing something in preseason and not leaving it to McAllister to have to play lone 6 like what we had to do last season. So I think that's more credit to the manager because at the end of the day, we still need a top of the range 6. Regardless of Gravy Boat being as good as he's been, we still need a 6. That still hasn't changed. You know what I'm saying? You could arguably say we still need another world-class left winger.
You know what? Yeah, so, we kind of in the same situation, innit? Where don't get me wrong, we play a lot more aggressive than you lot. But if we were to play with a 6, it would take away a lot from what we already have in the midfield. And I feel like maybe not as extreme as us, but I feel like with you lot, that's the same situation. Because, like, bro, my boy, I was even chatting to Lewis the other day. Bro, Basuma is so integral for us building up. But Basuma is maybe not so defensively minded, but he's good at beating the press, transition the ball from the midfield, from the defense to midfield, and he offers a lot. If I was to get someone like Onana or something, bro, he can't do what Basuma does.
Listen, but that's you get the best out of your players down to your system. And this is why I'm sitting here giving the manager props. I'm not saying he's the best thing since sliced bread. We've seen loads of managers come in and play good for their first 10 games. We saw it with Ange last season. I'm saying that there's certain changes. Liverpool have needed a 6 for 2 years and haven't sorted the position. We haven't. So
are you going to play with a lone 6 though?
No. It differs every game. Man United, we played a pivot against Brentford and Ipswich. We played a lone 6.
Okay,
and that's down to the manager going, cool. We're going to play a pivot. And we're going to press one of our midfielders high. So if we pinch the ball high, there's no Casemiro, there's no one there. It's one. You heard Arnie Slot talking about the Manchester United system after the game. Broke it down in 2 minutes.
Yeah, but that's why I like it, because it's adapting to your opponent. But
yeah, But it's not gonna. Listen, every system has its weaknesses, and no one's gonna win every single game of every season. So there's gonna be teams that find little loopholes in what we do. And there were even times where we made mistakes against Man United, but we made a mistake and they made it. Then they made a mistake from our mistake, and then we scored. That's how the first goal came about.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I'll be real. I'm like what Casey said. I'm not gonna argue Casey down because personally, you man thought I was crazy when I said it. I said we comfortably beat Man United. You know what I'm saying?
No,
and I
predicted as well. I predicted 4-1.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. Like cool on paper because you know what? Every time I spoke about all the or not done, I've done all these streams about in prep for the game, and I just said, when you ask a Man United fan why are you going to beat Liverpool, they're not going to tell you tactics. They're not going to give you players. They're just going to say it's Old Trafford.
I said,
no logic.
That's it, and that's what Corey had to say.
Yeah, like there's no logic. There's no logic, no nothing. Like,
Corey, you know it as well. Be honest.
That's not just Corey. That's not. I'm not singling out Corey. That is a general thing. I've done a lot of streams in prep for that game, and that's majority of not everyone's opinion. That is about 80 to 90% of what I heard. There were no tactical reasons as to why you were going to beat us. And I always say that, and I also added the point where last season we didn't beat Manchester United, but we drew both games. It was 2-2 and 0-0. And it was the same sort of thing. We'd go and play a Crystal Palace. We don't take our chances, and we get caught on the counter-attack. So as I said, we look at Manchester United, for me, as a tricky away team that sits in the middle of the Premier League table. That's why, for me, that's why I said I think we beat Manchester United comfortably, because I've looked at Luis Diaz and he looks like he has his shooting boots on. For me, we don't know how long that's going to last, but right now that's just the form he's in. So we'll have to see. We've got good attacking depth, and hopefully, as a Liverpool fan, this can carry on. And it's not just the honeymoon phase. It's too early to say this is what Arne Slot is, and this is what Liverpool are going to do, and we're going to challenge, and we're going to do all these great things. Champions League is around the corner. Anyone can get injured. We don't know yet, innit? But right now, Liverpool are looking at the real deal, and I don't think anyone can talk me down on that. Right now, as it stands, we're looking at the real deal, and the tactics are tacticking. So I don't know if anyone else wants to say anything else before we move on to Arsenal, but yeah, that's my part of it.
Yeah, I guess the thing for me is I don't think that you guys will struggle with the 2 game a week thing, because looking at your squad, like defensively, I mean, if you're Joe Gomez, if this is Joe Gomez being a centre back, you got 4 centre back options, and then you got 2 options at both right back and left back. That's calm. And then you got 6 midfielders to all rotate that you can rotate in however Slot wants to play them. You got 6 midfielders, right? That can probably cover multiple positions within your midfield. And then you've got 2 options, if I'm correct, you've got 2 options in each forward position. So maybe Slot's thinking this is enough. Like Slot might be one of them managers, similar to Arteta, that they prefer to work with a smaller squad of players than a bigger squad of players. And I don't think you play a brand of football that's so taxing on the body that it would be a detriment to any of your players playing 2 to 3 games a week. So obviously, when it pans out, it'll be interesting to see. But I don't think you're going to run into as many problems with fitness and rotation as you would think.
I think Slot coming in and playing the way he plays is probably the best thing that's happened to you guys since Klopp's left, because your high intensity games where you guys were literally sprinting basically for 90 minutes under Klopp, now it's more relaxing on the body, albeit it's a professional game and there's high intensity, cool. But for a professional body, it's definitely more relaxing. And I think that's another way.
On the ball, I think our press is still quite aggressive. But
of course.
But when we defend everyone behind the ball.
For 90 minutes, with and without the ball.
Yeah, we don't defend in transition much anymore. Yeah, we don't defend in transition.
That is another way, as Hook said, that's going to stop you guys from getting injury. Your body is now used to, your body just doesn't change just like that. Now, it takes years for it to change. Klopp has embedded a full throttle sprinting style to this team. As you guys said, the core is still there. I see it in the comments. Your core is still there. Yeah. So if your core still have that energetic body and you're not using it as much, you're going to be way more you're way more conserved. So when you need to do it, you can do it without an issue. That problem is what Man United had. That you guys had such relaxing football, and over the course of 90 minutes, your energy levels were way higher than us. Way higher than us.
Yeah.
And you didn't even need to go. You didn't even need to use that energy because of how we were playing. But if you really wanted to, you could blitz us for 90 minutes by full sprinting.
Yeah, they've still got the Klopp engine if need be.
You still have that Klopp engine.
But even with the Klopp engine, but we still got those injuries, especially players like Konate. But listen, that's fair enough. Let's move it on. Obviously, Raheem Sterling, as I said, if you guys can see in the background, he's done his photo shoot. You know what I'm saying? Guys always say, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What? Casey Hooks, what? You know what I'm saying? What's going on, man? Obviously, Trossard looking like he needs to be sticking to playing off the bench. Martinelli's still out of form. Is it time for Raheem? Does anyone here start Sterling? Does anyone want to give him a start?
100%.
I think you need to.
Is Amanda going to be seeing this at White Hart Lane?
Yeah.
I think as mad as it sounds, there's two players for me that play in the 8, and it might shock you. It's either Havertz or Wanyeri.
I pick up the Wanyeri.
I don't want to see Jorginho in it.
Bring that little.
And depending on who. Yeah, that's fine. Depending on who's in the midfield.
Bring him. Bring him.
Yeah, no, bring him, fam. Hey, listen. There's always what better time for Wanyeri to come in and cook than at Tottenham, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, honestly, for me, I think we need to keep the energy in the midfield. I think we need to keep the creativity as well.
You're away, Casey.
Obviously, you lot are losing that game. Watch. I promise you. I find so cheeky. Also losing that game. I find so cheeky. They're just brushing it like it's like light.
What's the score? What's the score going to be? What's the score going to be?
Say that for prediction, big man.
I'll say that for prediction. Okay.
People are dismissing that game like you're not away to Tottenham.
I'm not dismissing. 1 second, I ain't dismissing anything. The fact that I'm even risking my young boy against someone like you should be thankful. But anyway, fam, yeah. The main thing is, for me, if Havertz ain't up top, if Havertz is up top or he's in the midfield, for me, Sterling starts on the left. For me, it would be Trossard will move up front, or Havertz will be up front. That's the only difference I'll make in the team. Everyone else stay the same, and it's only for one game. It's only Tottenham.
I saw
it's only
quick question.
You might have twice in the last 10, 15 years.
Seeing as the topic is Raheem Sterling, yeah. Obviously, I'm not trying to go back on the games, innit? But do you think Sterling wins you that Brighton game?
Yeah.
Maybe that's one of the chances.
Yeah. Okay, so
I like to like Raheem Sterling is clinical.
I don't know. It's hard to say, innit? But I think he would have been a lot more lively than what Trossard was in the first half.
No, but I'm saying to you, since for the 10 men, he brought on no. Yeah, so if he started, if he started Sterling instead of Trossard, yeah, and then you got 10 men and Sterling came off, yeah, do you think Sterling would have won you the game beforehand?
I don't know. That's all here. If buts, and we got the red card at 48th minute.
It's a question. I'm not saying it's not if buts. Just like you're asking me, do you think Ten Hag would be sacked then? It's just a question. I'm not.
But that's asking a super hyper. You're asking me if Raheem Sterling played instead of Trossard, and we still went down to 10 men. Because we may have not gone down to 10 men if Sterling.
Yeah, like it's just bare, like
hold on a second.
Too far fetched.
Wait. Did
Martinelli come on? Did Martinelli come on during the game? You got the red in it.
He came on. He came on like
they had 10 men though, but he came on. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. If Sterling came on instead of Martinelli, do you win that game?
I think if Sterling starts, they go in more than 1-0 up.
You think?
Yeah, because I think they carve out more chances from the left.
I think it's interesting.
I think there is a slight issue with the fact that Arsenal being so right-hand side dominated. Like there needs to be, I think
that's what Mourinho was brought in to help balance.
I think like there's going to be games where it's just not really working down the right, and you need to give it a little switch to the left and see what you can do on the other side. And the one time you did do that, Trossard puts in a cross, and Odegaard realistically should be scoring that. You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
I think
the biggest chance for me was the Odegaard one. Actually, I mean, tell a lie. The
Saka one and the Havertz one. But personally, I think everyone
to hit it with more venom.
I look at the Havertz chance, and for me, I stick by it. I think genuinely that is I don't want to say world-class save. It was a very good save. I looked at the freeze frame, bro. Man is doing the splits and saves it with his foot.
Yeah, it's a good save. But
don't get me wrong, you should have it still score. I still think he should score because I think he's done all the hard work. I think the easier part was the finish, not the flipping ball coming over your shoulder and controlling it on the half bounce.
That was disgusting.
Do you know what? I see a lot of people say this. Yeah, sorry. I see a lot of people say this. Yeah, it's not about having Sterling from 5 years ago, innit? It's not about that, innit? It's about whenever Arteta has worked with Sterling, Sterling has cooked. So based on prior evidence, I would have to make the assumption that if anybody can make Sterling cook,
that's my thing.
Like that's all I can.
If anyone.
I want to raise the thing.
You know what? One at a time. We've sat on this show, and we've said we've addressed several targets that you lot were in for, and Sterling wasn't there before a week.
That doesn't matter.
No, you're right.
Right.
It sounds
before you didn't even know you were getting Sterling.
It sounds pretty like that. It sounds pretty like
it doesn't matter.
Sterling's played well. Well, we all saw, and there's no comparison, but we all saw Jose Mourinho won trophies everywhere he went.
What?
Everywhere he went.
That
was a guarantee. That was a guarantee. He won trophies everywhere he went. He went to Tottenham and didn't do it.
Okay, that's all well and good. That's fine. That's fine. I hear what you're saying, but you will know, like me, you will know that Spurs is the curse. We know this. We know that Spurs is the problem. It's not Mourinho. They actually sacked him a game before he was about to win them a trophy. So that's not on Mourinho.
It was against.
So all that. Look. So the first thing, the point about me specifically not saying I wanted Sterling in the transfer window, that has absolutely nothing to do with it. Because there's probably an Arsenal fan in the world that really wanted Sterling. There's probably one out there in the world. So what now?
Me
specifically didn't want him. What does that mean? I don't know what that means personally.
No, we're talking about genuine consensus from the fan base. The genuine consensus.
Yeah, but the thing is, even Edu himself came out and said at the beginning of the transfer window, we didn't want Sterling. He himself said this. Yeah, because we didn't know he was available. Like we didn't know he was an option. And look, and the only reason Sterling is at Arsenal is because Sterling is of the quality that Arsenal would want. But look at what we're paying him. I told man, if Sterling comes to Arsenal, we're not paying more than 150k.
You're right. You did say that.
We're paying him 40% of his wages. So, by the way, if Arsenal go on and win a trophy with Raheem Sterling, big up Chelsea for contributing to 175k of his wages for us to win a trophy.
And they're bums for that. But you know what's killing me, Hooks, You know what? I'll give you this point. And Casey, I'm glad you're back as well. Yeah, you know what's killing me? I'm hearing all this Raheem the Dream, this, that. If we win a
Raheem the Dream. Is that what you're calling him? Raheem the Dream.
One second.
It's literally that though.
If Mikel can revive his career, all this stuff, bring back City days. But I've heard this script before. I've seen it with Zinchenko. I've heard it with Jesus. Are you not tired of this shit?
But you saw it with Havertz though, right?
What did he do?
Actually, wait. In Arsenal's in the season that Arsenal signed Zinchenko and Jesus, cooked. What the first half of the season?
Where's the armpits? Where's the armpits?
Again, right message, wrong message. Like,
I'm gonna remember Raheem the Dream.
I could have remembered that.
But you know what? Yeah, and as well in regards to Sterling, Sterling is someone who thrives in a very specific structured system where you know down to the very detail what your role on the pitch is. If you give Raheem Sterling freedom, he's a mess. He's all over the place. But when you're like, okay, you will play here, and when you're here, you do this, and when the ball is here, you do that, which Arteta will do with him. Yeah, he will thrive because he thrived at Man City when he was in a specific structured system. So, like, I'm not gassing up Sterling out like illogically or for no reason.
Yeah, I'm noticing a pattern here. Yeah, Zinchenko can't defend. Jesus can't finish. Sterling. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? There's deficiencies. Man are chucking you their dud wood, telling you make something of it, but they're not. It's not gonna be gold. It's not gonna be shiny. It's not,
bro.
It's just.
You're saying you're throwing us dead wood, yeah.
Bro. That's my point. It's a legit stopgap. That's why you're getting him for free.
Do you know what? I think what I actually think.
Are you buying him?
He's just a loan. He's just a straight loan. And why I think that we've gone for the straight loan is because we wasn't able to convince Nico Williams to leave Spain this year, and we'll just go back in the summer for Nico Williams.
You know where he's going though. You know.
So,
no, but the thing is, we say this.
Look at this. 1 second. Sorry, let me bring up this comment.
Hold on, there's a super chat, bro. There's a super chat, bro. Let me get the super chat.
Oh yeah, no, I just wanted to start. That's fine. We could. Yeah, go on.
Hold on. Big up, Love United, hate the ops. He goes, get well soon, Marino. I'm distraught, Casey. Run the clip. I'm not gonna run the clip anymore. We've seen it too many times, but yeah, we're not gonna do the injury thing anymore. We'll just leave that there. But
yeah, no more injury thing. No more injury thing, man.
You man are thinking it's an injury to the players when it's not that.
No. See, I done it once, yeah, and I shouldn't have done it in it, and yeah, we'll stop it there because it's dead. But
yeah, go on.
The main thing is, bro, Hook said it perfectly. Ethan's naming these players with deficiencies and all of these things. But what player doesn't have a deficiency, you know? Like, it's all about if your manager can get the best out of a player. And for me, he done that with Havertz. He's done that with numerous amounts of players. You know, you can say he got the best out of Zinchenko because Zinchenko was playing at the level he was playing at City at Arsenal. So he did get the best out of Zinchenko. Yeah, he didn't win us a trophy, but he didn't make Zinchenko play bad. He didn't make Jesus play bad. None of these players were poor under Arteta. You get what I'm saying? You could say the Fabio Vieiras and a few of these other signings, but his main targets, bro. That's why I think Marino's going to be a complete success, bro. I think Sterling a bit up in the end. That's a bit more hopeful, but Marino, I'm sure he's going to be a success because these are the when Arteta wants a player, bro. He 9 times out of 10 he gets it right, bro.
Bro, but Casey, right. It's like I'd hear that if you kept the same energy with like the same energy like that towards everyone, because you can't sit there and say, he got the best out of Zinchenko, obviously for 1 season, and the rest he's been average / shit. Yeah, Ten Hag wanted Rashford. He has. He lost you. He basically, if he had more balls, he would have stopped. He would have stopped Trent. If he had more balls, he would have stopped Trent.
Who?
If he had more balls, he would have stopped Trent. Huh? What do you mean? You after you drew against Liverpool, the title was done.
So you're one of them guys. Okay.
Oh, wait, the first time. You're talking about the first time.
The first time.
When Trent nutmegged him or something.
Trent nutmegged him. Yeah.
Trent nutmegged him, crossed him. Firmino scored the header.
Yeah. Wait. So what's the point? What are you trying to make?
If he had more balls,
he said if he had more balls, that's why he's apparently shit. Because he got nutmegged by Trent.
If Arteta had more balls, he would have dropped.
No, not Arteta. If Zinchenko had more balls.
Oh, but we already know.
Arteta got 1 good season out of Zinchenko, and the other 2 seasons he's been average / shit.
But we know We know. No. Zinchenko has always, from the moment that he walked into Arsenal, has always been a liability defensively.
Hold on a minute.
But even at City, he was
getting called the best left back in the league. He was getting called the best left back in the league.
Again. Okay, cool. If people were saying that,
why?
If people were saying that, that's fine. I wasn't saying that. But people were saying that.
I'm just saying the genuine consensus. I'm not saying
okay. And
the genuine consensus, he was one of the best left backs in the league.
And if you want to have that conversation, I'm sorry, bro, you're gonna have to make a tweet or something because I never said that in it. So if you want,
I know, but I'm saying, I'm on what Casey said because he said that whatever Arteta gets, he's made them.
His main targets,
his main target. He's brought the best out in them. Now, Ten Hag waiting to keep Rashford. He got Rashford 30 goals in one season. We ain't seen that before. Now he's shit.
He hasn't.
I get what you're saying.
He didn't buy Rashford, fam. He bought Anthony. He bought him. He stinks. What about that? Talk about that one. Talk about 88.5 million and stinks. Why do you keep saying
a better example? A better example.
Come on,
Casemiro. He bought Casemiro.
He bought Casemiro. He was one of the top defenders in top CDM in the world for one season. Bro.
Come on, bro.
Wait, are you?
He bought Casemiro.
But are you saying that we?
Are you trying to say that my grandma could have bought Casemiro, fam? Like that's not brain power, bro. That's not brain power. That's not brain power, G.
How is Zinchenko brain power? How was he played with him?
Because Zinchenko at you wouldn't be the Zinchenko at me. How about that? The Zinchenko at you would not be the same Zinchenko at me.
Power, though? He coached Zinchenko. How is that brain power?
So you think Ten Hag coached Casemiro?
He saw that he
Wait. So you believe that Eric Ten Hag coached Casemiro?
No, I never said that.
So that's my point. That's my point.
Wait, hold on a second. Are you sitting there saying?
Come on, man.
Are you sitting there saying that Arteta coached Zinchenko to play the way he was playing?
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Yes.
He played exactly the same at City.
No, but you don't understand. He was part of the Wait. This is very important to understand. Yeah, Arteta coached both Zinchenko and Jesus at Man City. Yeah, so when it came to Arteta finally deciding I need to transition into the way that I want to play inside of Arsenal, he was like, who better than to sign than people that already know how I want to play that I've coached before? I don't understand why it's so difficult to understand.
But I'm asking you, did that require much brain power?
Of course it did, bro. What do you wait? When you say brain power, what are you trying to
literally, yeah. If we're being honest with it, Arteta's been sitting under Pep for a while, so naturally he's got some of his style of play. Naturally, he's then.
I mean, it's not as black and white as that, but cool.
But like he's been trained under him. He's worked hard and developed that style of play, right or wrong.
I could just say the same with. I could say the same with your Ajax players.
No.
I don't get it.
Because the thing is, what you're missing.
Speaking about my thing.
Okay, why is brain power? Do you know why it's brain power?
We're going off of the Raheem Sterling topic, by the way. We're going away from.
I'm not even going off Raheem Sterling topic. I'm just saying to you that.
My main thing is, Corey can't comprehend simple things, fam. Corey can't comprehend simple things.
For you guys to sit there and get a third City player, knowing that the first one you had him for one good season, he's been average / crap. The second one you had him for a good season, he's been average / crap. Now you're going for the third one.
This is it. But
now I'm not.
So Corey, why?
But I'm just saying to you is that you're doing the same thing 3 times. Now, one of the 3 is going to start dead, or one of the 3 are going to start really good. Now, this looks like a gamble to me, which it probably is because he wasn't your original target.
It's a loan. I don't, Corey. What aren't you comprehending? What aren't you comprehending here? What aren't you comprehending?
What we're trying to say is,
he isn't alone. I'm not saying he's not alone.
This is what I'm saying. I'm seeing a lot of good vibes and a lot of expectation on Sterling. He's gonna do this. He's gonna do that. Don't let him do this, that. But the reality is, it can also go the other way. It can be shit.
Hey, do you know what you lot's thing is, yeah? You know what it is? No one's hyped up nothing. Do you know what's crazy? No one's even hyped up anything. No one even said. One second. No one even said that this guy's gonna come in and win us this and win us that. Bro, I predicted Sterling's gonna get around 15 goals, yeah, humble 15 goals, yeah, and that's it. That's not even mad expectations, bro.
Your compatriot Hooks literally just said if Sterling wins us the Prem.
What? If Sterling wins us the Prem, what are you talking? Yeah, if he wins us the Prem, bro. If he is the extra addition that wins us the Prem, then cool. He is. That's not my predict. I don't think so.
Expectations are high.
But the worst thing is, Ethan. If I asked you, is Sterling gonna? Do you think Sterling's gonna be a good fit? You would say yes. So after all of this, us bigging him up and saying he's gonna do this and saying he's gonna do that, you in yourself believes he's gonna do well. So what are you arguing, really?
You're telling me that? What did they say? Sterling coming to the lane.
That Montel done that. I didn't do that. Montel was doing that.
You was doing this.
When we signed him, yes.
The point is,
you just done that this stream.
I'm expecting him to beat off.
No, I didn't.
I'm expecting him to beat off. Yes, you did.
You done it this stream. What are you talking about, bro?
No, I didn't.
All I did was give you logical reasons as to why Sterling works at Arsenal. I'm bare confused. Do you disagree with that?
I'm not saying he will. I'm not saying he won't. All I'm saying to you is, yeah, as you guys said, obviously, I'm not gonna go on your quad thing, Hooks, but Casey said, what? Yeah. Well, at one point, Hooks thought he was winning the quad. Whatever. Like, I'm not even speaking about that part, but I'm speaking about the fact that you guys said that you have to win a major trophy this season. Now, do you guys believe Raheem Sterling could possibly? I'm not saying he definitely will. I'm not saying he definitely won't.
With the addition of everyone else,
the Premier League?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, cool. Then fair enough.
But you know why? Because this is the biggest thing for me with Sterling. Yeah, what Sterling does, yeah, is he takes pressure off of Saka on the other side. Because right now, teams can just go, let's overload Saka because there's not really a threat on the other side. But Sterling, you're not just going to leave Sterling in space.
And also, he's cover for Reece. He's also come in. Reece Nelson's left. Sterling's come in. I think that's a significant upgrade.
As 100% off the bench, even if it's off the bench,
it doesn't move the needle,
but it definitely moves the needle in terms of bench options. 100%. Reece Nelson for Sterling.
Listen, Sterling doesn't move the needle. Sterling has to prove something, and Arteta has to prove something to get something out of him. I just believe it will happen.
Question: Is Sterling better than Trossard?
Yeah,
different type of player, isn't it?
Different players.
No.
Sterling's a better starter.
Trossard is fundamentally Arsenal's second best winger, but when he starts games, he's ineffective.
I think he might even be our first.
He's ineffective
fundamentally.
He's got both feet. He can dribble. Like he's a very well-rounded footballer. But no. Trossard is way more than just a finisher. If you dissect his actual game.
In terms of comparing it to Saka, that's one thing I'll give him over Saka. In terms of everything else, no way.
No, Trossard's a better dribbler than Saka, bro. He is.
I don't know about that.
What? Who?
Saka.
Maybe in tight space.
Bro, you know Trossard's like raw attributes. Trossard's technical attributes are very, very good. It's just that.
But then if you isolate certain Saka situations to beat his man, I can't lie, I'll rate him. I'll back him. I won't even lie.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they're different, right? The way they dribble is different.
Yeah, they're different players, in it. I don't know. For me, Trossard is cold, in it. But the issue with Trossard is that when he starts games, he's not effective. You know what I'm saying? I think what Saka is good at, he is very, very, very good at. Like, I'm talking about the give and go.
Yeah,
the give and go. That's Saka's give and go. The way he holds up the ball, his core strength. I think his finishing's still a bit hot and cold, but Yeah, like Saka is still a supremely good winger. I think he's much better than Trossard, but I'm talking about fundamental attributes. I'm like just talking about attributes here. I'm not talking about how you apply them. Like I'm just talking about fundamental attributes. I think Arteta from the start prefers, like, there's a reason why Martinelli's been shit and he's still playing. He's still starting games over Trossard. Like Martinelli literally has to be shit for about 8-9 games for Trossard to come in and start, because we can clearly see that Trossard from the start isn't really it. And I feel like Trossard probably, if he is going to start a game, should probably start centrally. I think he's more of a central player with his attributes. Probably suited to play in the middle.
I don't know, you man used to play him in the 8. That used to kill me, fam.
But and even to be fair, Brighton, even though he didn't always play out at the left on Brighton, at Brighton, you know what I'm saying? He plays central and whatnot. But anywho, listen, man, we'll see what Sterling does. Obviously, spoke about Liverpool, spoke about United, and does anyone really want to say anything about Osimhen?
How many subscribers? 180.
On Osimhen, Ethan, we'll be there.
Oh yeah, you don't play Galatasaray.
We'll be there. Away.
If you're 25 at Galatasaray,
we'll be there. Osimhen, we'll be there.
I'm alright.
You play Galatasaray away.
That's crazy. That
Romero and Van de Ven got something for it. Trust me.
Opinions on Chelsea. Just quickly, opinions on Chelsea are not getting Osimhen. Does that not make them top 4?
No, I think they can still get top 4.
They got enough. Yeah.
It's about do they click? Like do they click with the system that Enzo's trying to play? That's all it will really come down to.
There's slight improvements there, but they just drew at home to Palace. City didn't get out first gear to beat them, and they beat a very washed Wolves side at the Molineux. They talk about managerial deficiencies, but you know, Enzo Fernandez went and put Cole Palmer in the 6th when they needed a goal, and Nkunku came on in the 87th minute when they needed a goal, and Enzo Fernandez completed 90 minutes.
Yeah, this is why I think a lot of the slander that Chelsea fans had for Poch was a bit unwarranted, didn't it? Because a lot of managers make decisions that fans don't really understand, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's not just Poch that makes these weird like substitutions or positional things with players. Like every manager does it. Like, so hopefully they will start like give the same energy in it. Because if I'm seeing Palmer in the 6th, then I want the same energy that they was giving Poch personally.
This is my thing. Palmer needed a goal on Palmer's, huh?
I was gonna say, if your work's your genius, if it's not, they want you out.
This is it. So for me, listen, Chelsea still have a long way to go in terms of gelling and actually being effective. And even when they do play good football for the spells that they do, missed chances. So for me, people just dashing them into the top 4, not for me. Not for me. Overrated. A lot of mediocre players and a shit defense, and a lot of name attackers on paper. A couple of guys that are trying to revive their career, and the rest of them don't score more than 10 goals in the league season, leaving pretty much Cole Palmer, Reece James, maybe Gusto, and probably informed Caicedo as the ones and Lavia if you can stay fit. The rest of them, I don't know, man. I like Jackson, but it's too much decent to
Sancho now and João Felix.
Yeah, 2 of the same player. What do you fucking do? You know what I'm saying?
I can't lie though. If anyone drops out the top 4, it's Manchester United.
Top 4.
They were top 4.
I think Manchester United will drop out the top 4 before.
They're not in the top 4. They weren't in the top 4.
No. I'm speaking because obviously your
you mean Villa
was obviously towards people that thought Chelsea was in the top 4.
I put Tottenham. For me, Tottenham was 4th in my.
Yeah, but I don't think Tottenham are going to make top 4. But what I'm saying is people that thought Manchester United will make top 4.
You can't just gloss past that quickly.
Look, you're not the same guy that thinks you're winning the anyway.
Look, Monto, you just opened a can of worms, fam.
Do you think you're winning the pod?
I didn't mean that.
Did I say something mad though? Like,
you did.
I don't understand. Usually,
Eve told me to strap in.
Once you're just in a honeymoon manager bounce, G. It'll kick in soon. Don't worry.
Reality is already set. And reality is already set for you. And
I'll be real. Yeah, I'll be real. I can't like Liverpool are strapping next season.
When I said this, man was telling me, no, it's now. I said next season.
Liverpool are scrapping next season.
I'm not gonna have to Salah.
How about this?
Salah, Van Dijk, if those people leave, strap the fucking.
Bro, Ethan keeps telling me Salah's washed because he has to watch Son week in, week out, only score goals and offer nothing else. That's why he keeps telling me.
The funniest thing is, Salah's only a year older than Son. You wouldn't tell the way Son got out of that bus.
Wait, Salah's not older than Son.
Salah's 32. How old is Son?
Going on, but Son's 32 as well.
Yeah, they're the same age. They're the same age.
Even worse. Why does one look finished and one look 20 sweet 16 again? Man's looking sweet 16 again, fam. Like he's just touched pitch, fam.
Ethan tells me this every year. Month strapping, you man are done. He's been saying this since 2020, blood.
He's talking about his own guy though.
He's saying this since 2020, bro.
I never. I said it one more year before.
Bro. Anyway, you lot, it's been another episode of Big Six Bants. Big up to everyone who sent in their super chats. Big up Love United, Hate the Ops. Big up Nikki, big up Kelly for the super chats as well. Big up everyone in the chat, man. The chat's been crazy today. Big up the Rants raid. Big up the Never a Foul raid. Big up Banjo. Big up Beans. Big up the Judge. Big up Marcus, Mr. Link. Big up Assad in the house as well. Big up Ace. Big up T-Way as well. Horizon is in the house as well. Big up Boston. Big up Truth in Plain Sight as well. He says there is only one player that I would take now to replace Salah, and that's Saka. Big up Dow Square as well. KJ in the house, man. So many of you guys. Big up Joey Sports in the house as well, man. Big up my guy Joey's on the show earlier today as well, man. And listen, man, make sure you guys go and subscribe to Halftime Hook. Someone get the link in the chat for me, please, and send that in while we're doing the outro. We are we're 17 subscribers away from 11.8k. So we'd love it if 18 of you who haven't subscribed at least can go and subscribe to the channel. There'll be some pre-records, some recorded clip content going out on the video side of things. So you guys are going crazy with the comments on the videos that are going out. So make sure you guys keep on top of that. Plenty more stuff to be coming out next week, man. Remember, 7:30 every single day up until Champions League when we'll be moving that to 10. But yeah, 7:30 every day during the day as well. Plenty of content. Yeah, man. We're here, man. We're here. Let's get to 12k. Big up everyone in the chat. And yeah, man, we'll see you in the next one, man. Been another episode of Big Six Bants. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and we'll end it with this one. Take care, people.
Man United takeover is imminent. We're hearing the Qataris. The Qatari bid is the one that's taken over. It's the one that's going to be accepted, and it's the one that is going to go through. Hallelujah, man.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, man.